Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Joseph Lawrence Barlow here.
I always forget that your middle name is Lawrence.
Okay.
I always want to say Christopher.
Well, that's my name.
That'll be the name of our first child.
Adopted?
I hope you have it naturally.
Okay. Welcome to the show. This is a friendship podcast. I'm, again, Joseph Lawrence Barlow.
And I'm Laura Lee Bishop, the co-host of the Year Award from the Austin Chronicle.
Nominee,
and it's an honor to be nominated.
And it's an honor to work with a nominee.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Well, I wouldn't be the co-host I am without the co-host that you are.
And that's why it was an insult that I was overlooked. I was snubbed.
You're also
for my
a co-host,
flubs.
but I did better. So great.
Great. Guys, today we have...
we have...
What I would say is a show.
How you say a show.
How you say, and why would I say?
As you all know, this is... All right.
Sorry.
Do we need to start over?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't. We could keep going.
Okay.
This is heavy friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming like a boner in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy. Heavy friending. There is an eagle flying.
Yeah! That, guys...
Wait, are we going to keep going?
Don't be alarmed. My keys fell out of my pocket because I sat in a more comfortable posture. So should we restart?
I mean, it's up to you.
Chance.
It's really up to you. Do you want to restart? How do you feel about how it's going?
If we restart...
Yeah.
Then we'll
create a time
that's right
thing, yeah,
where we're breaking
off different realities.
Yeah. And so this is good what we're saying. So I think we stay in.
Okay.
Or what if we keep going here, but then when we get to the end, we restart, and then we won't.
Exactly, for sure. For sure. Guys, this is Austin's #1 friendship-based podcast, Heavy Friending. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about...
What?
Something that I think we've all experienced. We're going to talk about betrayal today.
Okay. Why?
About these hoes ain't loyal today.
Is that an expression?
That's playing in the background right now.
That's a song?
These hoes ain't loyal. You've never heard that?
No.
Well, you're going to want to listen to it on the way home because you're going to get it after this podcast
I don't have
today.
Spotify.
It's going to resonate. But you know what? Hoes are not loyal. They're not loyal at all. And it's so upsetting to me and so sad.
So sad.
And yeah, we're going to be talking about all the ways we've been betrayed and the ways we've betrayed each other and you, the listener. I'll tell you the first way we've betrayed you.
What? Did we restart and I didn't know? We
lie. Yeah, we lie all the time.
Oh, no.
And we haven't been very consistent in releasing our episodes. It took us 6 months to give some people their Patreon benefits.
But
betrayal there.
In our defense, it was a long time. But then when we did make the ringtones for the people, they weren't that good. So it wasn't worth the
wait for me. For me, it was worth the wait, though. And for you, too. We didn't have to do anything for 6 months. And then we just did a really shitty job. Yeah. And it was totally worth it for us, right?
And we lost some patrons along the way.
We did. We had some people downgrade their money subscription. And I understand why. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But
guys, again,
I kind of want to play. Let's just play one of those ringtones so that y'all know what you get when you become a patron, a certain tier. You can't just be the lowest level patron. You ain't going to get us some custom ringtone. Okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're going to have to give it at least, I don't know, what is it, $4 a month or something.
Well, yeah, once you hear it, you'll go, now that's a $4 song.
It's definitely what we do is creative, and it's not like any ringtone you've ever heard before. So here's a little sneak peek.
I listen to ho and the ring, ring tone.
The land didn't ever see the old styrofoam.
You should have put it on vibrate, friend.
Your phone is ringing, your phone is ringing. Benjamin, pick up the phone. The fairies will curse you if you don't pick up the phone.
My name is Seamus, and one time I didn't pick up the phone. And then, did you know, my sister was dying on the floor, and if I would have answered the phone, I would have had a sister that's still alive.
They ran out of potatoes.
Oh, no.
They said they ran out of potatoes.
Ring, 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 may you ring, ring, ring. My sister is dead, she's not coming back. Ring, 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 ring is the phone ring. My sister is dead.
God, that was so funny. That one is funny.
That we did how many ringtones?
We did 3 ringtones.
And one of them was that one.
One was that one, but the others were funny too.
Just not as good.
I don't know. I kind of liked the one that was like more.
Don't
okay,
spoil it.
All right, sorry.
Because that's the thing, guys. You have your big league podcast.
You've got your big box podcast.
You got Serial, and etc.
Yeah.
And do you think Sarah Koenig makes ringtones for people who subscribe to her Patreon?
No, she's too busy sucking.
What?
What's his name's dick?
Assad. Wait, what?
What?
No. Syed.
Syed's dick.
No, what is it?
Saeed.
Anan Syed?
Anon Syed.
No.
She's too busy sucking his dick.
Adnan?
Adnan
Syed.
Syed's dick.
So we shouldn't start over. This is all good, you think?
I think it's terrible, but I'm worried about the ramifications.
Well,
it's like sliding doors where she misses it and then she does it. And then like all the things that could happen based on that one thing. If we start over now, that means that we'll be here a little longer.
Yeah.
And then say you're driving home and I'm crawling into bed. You know, you're driving home, you run into black cat crosses your path, and now you have bad luck, for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I slip on a banana peel that wouldn't have been there if I had left 10 minutes earlier out of this room. And the next thing you know, our lives are just totally altered.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm worried about what would happen.
But on the other hand, maybe if we continue down this path, this is the banana peel path.
God, it's so hard to know.
You can't know.
Maybe we stay in this one and just make it extra long.
But then...
And it's like splitting the difference.
Making it extra long, I've never heard...
No, you've heard people wish it were extra long.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. Guys, this is a friendship-based podcast. Now, what does that mean? Because I'm still trying to figure it out.
Webster's dictionary defines friendship
as
the interaction and relationship between two
non-sexual
people of the opposite sex who are both brunette, wear glasses, and host a podcast together.
I don't think you get to claim that you wear glasses.
What do you mean?
Because I have to wear them all the time.
Because you don't have a contact prescription.
Precisely.
But my eye prescription is so much worse than yours.
Let's talk about
looking
betrayal.
through your glasses is like looking through a fucking window pane. There's no prescription.
Let's talk about betrayal.
Yeah, you don't even need them. They're fake glasses.
And I'm pointing at you. I almost called you Primo the Alien.
I almost introduced myself that way a lot of times. John will introduce me to one of his friends, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Primo."
It's so weird because your career is just taking off, but I don't care
famous
about that because I think you're betraying the glasses community by saying you're one of us. Because you know what? As soon as you're like, "Oh, my little bridge of my nose is tired." You take those glasses off, you pop the contacts in. So
you don't even need glasses.
It's part of my look. I do need them. I have 2 pairs of glasses.
Let's trade.
One for close-up reading and one for distance.
Close-up magic. What about that? Do you have a close-up magic pair?
I need 2 pairs of glasses.
Let me see.
I mean, I don't see how you're suddenly the
Let me
the
see
expert.
through your eyes.
Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off.
Okay. Oh, God, so slow. It's like...
Oh, my God.
This is a horrible... See, like, this isn't even doing anything for me.
See, how am I... Oh. See how...
He's so disoriented with my glasses on that he doesn't know. He has to take them off. Are they making you dizzy?
I'm dizzy from allergies already.
Oh, God. Okay, so that's the first betrayal, is that you don't have allergies. You have a cold.
I'm sweating.
Yeah. It's hot up here.
You know what's betraying
Probably the
me
fever
is your
that you
air,
have.
your HVAC system. You know what I'm saying? It's betraying my armpits.
Oh my God.
Guys, it's a comedy show.
I'm glad we kept
Laugh.
going. It's getting better.
And it's becoming a recurring callback.
Yeah, and that's all that's kind of holding us together right now is that one joke.
Thank heavens we found something, because and our loyal listeners know we're grasping at straws in general.
Yeah.
But when we get the straw right away, by George, we've really got a straw here.
Well, here's the thing. We have to... All we need is a topic. All we need is a jumping off point.
Thank you, Queen.
And we have one because I've experienced betrayal today, and I want to talk about it.
Okay, and are you talking about the allergy thing or not?
Well, you definitely don't have allergies and you have a cold and you brought it into my house and I'm going to get sick.
Just real
quick.
Oh
my God, you only asked that so you could read this thing off your phone.
Quick.
It's so clear.
What's the date today that we are recording the podcast?
I don't know.
It's June 7th, okay? June 7th. And this is from KXAN.com, which is
everyone
Austin's
knows
NBC
that's
affiliate.
Fake news.
Okay.
Of course.
And what, pray tell, is the color, Laura, of mold? And what does it say next to mold on their handy chart?
That doesn't mean that you don't have a cold.
It's mold, and it says
what does that rhyme with?
And it's in red.
What does it rhyme with?
Also, grass
Cold.
is medium.
So think about that for a second.
Grass is medium, which is an orange level. Mold is high, it's at red. Other is low, and ragweed is low. So,
Other.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I think I'm allergic to mold.
So I guess it's impossible to have a cold at the same time that the mold level is high.
I just operate in a world of science.
No,
and you know what?
Don't.
The fine scientists at KXAN.com figured it out.
I want their names and addresses.
I'll get you names.
Let me tell you guys something that happened to me today. So I've discussed this on the podcast. Longtime listeners are going to know that I wrote and recorded and produced a song called My DeLorean.
A big hit. You actually didn't you open your most recent show I watched?
With my song, My DeLorean, yes.
Yeah.
Song I wrote and recorded on my own that I then sent to another artist named Time Cop 1983 who said, and I quote.
Well, this isn't a direct quote, is it?
Should I get a direct quote?
No, just paraphrase.
Paraphrase?
Paraphrase.
Our Father.
See, guys,
who art in heaven.
We're back. I know the show sucks, but today it's better.
Well, I want to say something. We need to stop saying the show sucks.
You put it in the title all the time. You're like, we're bad, but we're not that bad.
Well, that's funny.
It's not funny. It's every title.
But listen.
Okay.
We have to stop saying it because it's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I can say it in the show, but I don't think the title should ever say it.
I don't think we should say it in the show, and I think the title should say it every time.
Should we start over?
So how do we go from there?
We could start over right now.
Do you want to?
No.
Okay.
I would have to stay longer, or we'd do a really short episode.
I'm fine with both of those things.
Okay, so Time Cop 1994. That got you.
You know,
it kind of felt like my tongue fell down the stairs.
I love it. So he said, "This is perfect the way it is. I really don't want to change a thing. How would you feel about me putting my name on it and us putting it out?"
And this is a paraphrase.
But it's almost verbatim. Like he literally said, "It's perfect the way it is. I don't want to change anything. How do you feel about me putting my name on it?"
Right.
He was a lot bigger of an artist than me at the time. He still is way more popular than me. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to lose the collab. I had no fans, no listeners. And so I went along with it. Mm-hmm. He did not add any production except for very minimal, like maybe threw a pad underneath, and then he mixed and mastered it. His production was not meaningful enough to even give him a featuring.
Now,
on the song.
For those, not all of us are musical producers. Now, what's a pad?
It's a type of synth that is sustained.
Okay, I'm already
and
bored. It's got really boring.
Anyway, he just did some basic production. He did not add very much. He did mix and master it, put it up with him as the main artist and me as a featured artist on my own song.
So how'd that feel?
It felt really bad, and it felt like, like when they say stuff like you're not going to like how it feels sort of thing, like don't do stuff like that. Don't sell your soul. Like you'll regret it and blah, blah, blah. It felt like how you think it would feel. Like made me feel shitty and dirty and like used and like a fool and a lot of things. So anyway, for a year or so, it was like that. And then finally I got almost a year, and I finally got to the point where I was like, this is stupid. This is my fucking song. He also, by the way, went and did interviews in which people asked him about the production, and he literally acted like he produced the song and never even mentioned me. Okay.
Well, wasn't there one that was like, oh, this is really kind of new and different for you.
Yes. Such a departure
and
from
it was
your
like
usual.
Setting him up to be like, oh, well, that's because this great artist
Yes.
basically wrote and did everything.
Yeah.
And
he didn't do any of that. He was shitty. He was fucking shitty, and he was wrong. I was wrong for agreeing to it and going along with it. He was wrong for even fucking suggesting it. Okay. So I got fucking sick of it, and I spoke my truth, and I went on a podcast and said it. And then I wrote
Which really twisted my tits.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't going to get the listeners I needed for that genre on this. I needed...
Maybe it's because you titled the episode, "This Episode Sucks." Don't listen to it.
I needed that platform, and it worked, and it was great because the guy who interviewed me is very like respected in the scene, and
you gotta get respect.
And he was helpful in like saying that's kind of messed up and like painting it for people to understand why it's a problem. So
okay, fine.
And I also wrote a blog about it. Well, of course, he throws a little hissy fit and never apologizes ever. His response is basically, well, oh, and by the way, y'all, I got tired of it and I asked him to fix it. So that's how I didn't just out him out of nowhere. I asked him to fix the credits. Behind the scenes. First of all, he featured me on my own song, but then in the credits, he did not credit me as a producer on the song, but he credited himself as a writer. It's like all totally fucked. And I was like, you need to fix this shit. He wouldn't fix it, saying he was going to lose the plays like in Spotify. Like he even fucking needs the plays or cares. He like has plenty of songs with millions of plays. He like, it didn't even fucking matter.
But at the time, you were growing, you were trying to grow. Every
and I was
play
getting nothing.
meant so much to you. But
and I was getting nothing, not
right.
a single bit of credit from any of that. So, right when I outed him about it because he wouldn't change it, I went to lunch with this woman named Amy Lombardi from TuneCore, who was like, wait, what? I can fix that very easily. He's not going to lose the plays. Just have him email me and we'll fix it.
Now we're
so
talking.
That's what we did, and we fixed it. Whatever. Granted, he never apologized. He basically was like, you said it was fine, and blamed me, which
you got to.
Yeah, you should always dig your heels in when you're wrong.
And when there are receipts, because you have all the emails.
I had every receipt, and where he says it's like the most damning email, and that everything I need. It's not like I needed multiple emails. It was like all in one email. Like, I don't want to change anything. I want to put my name on it.
And it's perfect. I love it. And yeah.
Anyway, that was a year ago. When I first did that, everyone was like, you've ruined it. You've ruined your career. You're going to be blacklisted, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe you do that. He collabed with you. You should have been grateful.
Well, and look at you now.
And the funny thing is, I grew so much in that amount of time because I did that. Me doing that instantly bumped my plays as soon as I started getting credit for my own fucking work.
Imagine
and
that.
then it just, momentum started from there, and it's like a whole nother ball game, right? Mm-hmm. So a year later, I wake up today and I have a message.
Today.
This
is breaking news. And again, it's June 7th.
Yes,
because the mold count is fucking off the charts, and I can pull it up again because
it's red. It's in the red,
but I don't know what it means. It said 30,000.
30,000 people in this town have allergies.
What does that mean? But I mean, those numbers don't lie.
Well, numbers
Laura.
don't lie, and neither do emails and receipts and all that stuff. So anyway.
So that's, I guess my point is.
Should we start over?
It's at 30,000 mold.
Should we start over?
So what does that mean? Yes.
Let's just.
Hey, everybody.
So anyway, I wake up today. I would do yoga. I have a nice yoga session.
Okay, now it's bragging.
But I'm just saying the second I'm done, I'm feeling like really peaceful. I have this email that's like, have you seen this article?
Mm-hmm. There's an article.
He has done an interview.
Oh, yes. Oh, we're getting to the goss. Gang, it's goss o'clock.
And his whole thing is, this is all he says. He says it repeatedly. Basically, she went along with it. Yeah, I told her I didn't want to change anything, and I told her I was going to put my name on it, and she didn't say anything against it.
Yeah.
And she went along with it. So, perfect. I mean, I think she's trying to paint me in a negative light. And also, she went behind my back to TuneCore to fix it. And I'm like, no, that's not what happened. But anyway, I said it that I went along with it. That wasn't new information. But here's where the betrayal comes in.
Oh, I thought we already were there.
The person who interviewed him is one of my friends, one of my supposed friends. And she interviewed him. Now, mind you, when this was all going on, she was shit talking so hard, encouraging me to say something about it, like to stand up to him. And then she interviews him, lets him just ramble on, never follows up with any kind of questions about what he's saying. Like, oh, so I know she went along with it, but do you think that it was okay to to give yourself credit for work you didn't do, or to not credit her? Or why did you then go on, various publications and act like you produced the song when you did? Any kind of follow up that a journalist would do. Nor did she contact me for a comment or response or anything.
Which is pretty much standard practice.
Exactly. Oh, well, when I asked her about it, she said, it's not standard because you had already talked about it. I'm like, no,
that's not what they say on the news. They say we've reached out to. Yeah, exactly.
That's not how it works. And also, I said it would also have been a professional courtesy, like considering the relationship we have, if you told me that it was out. Even if you didn't want to tell me before it came out, if you told me, hey, by the way, there's an article that just came out that's talking about you and all this stuff.
Is this a real journalist, or is it a person who asks questions?
It's not a journalist.
And this is
this
is why we have to support journalism when it's real, because this is the problem. Some people think asking questions is journalism, but it is about being fair.
The follow up.
It's about the follow up,
and it's not the same. Just because I said something about it a year ago, I still get to make a response now when I said something about it, it was on my own personal blog. Yeah. I don't have due diligence. I don't have to contact him for a response, which, by the way, I had emailed him 100 times and asked him various things to do. I had pretty much had his response, which was, fuck you. I'm not doing shit. But she's saying this is an article, like she's acting like she's doing journalism here.
And we're not saying names. Why? Do we want to blast
everyone's going to know who it is. They can look it up. And this is a person who is big in the scene and is supposedly my friend.
So if I Google Time Clop Clang Club.
But anyway, this is the deal, is that I said that to someone and they said, that's why you keep saying that's your friend.
That ain't your friend.
That ain't your friend. It's not my friend. And you want to know what I noticed? The second my ass started, my come up.
She's pointing to the sky, folks.
The second my ass started doing okay, doing well, I noticed a very big shift in the relationship. And that's betrayal.
That's betrayal. And that's jealousy. And you know what? That ain't ever in style.
It's unnecessary. Like, it's not a fucking competition. There really is room for everyone. But guess what? There's not room for you if you're terrible at music. And that's all I'll say.
If you're terrible at music, or if you're just a terrible person.
Well, I'm just saying I would never have done that. Ever, ever, ever. I'm so upfront. And there was a minute there where she was subtweeting about me. And then I subtweeted about her. And she messaged me and said, is this about me? And do you know what I said?
Hell yeah.
I said, yeah, it is about you. Because you said this and this and this, which are clearly about me. And she never fucking owned up to her end. That's the kind of person I'm dealing with. So then when I messaged her and basically said, you could have let me know it was coming out. You could have asked me for comment.
Yep.
And she said, you'd already said something, so we didn't have to do that. And you know what I just said back? I just said, okay. Okay, sis.
Oof. You know what? I love it. It's fuel. It's fuel.
Isn't it?
And I'm blasting off. I'm a motorcycle in a Milky Way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But it is when people do that kind of thing to me. In fact, you want to know why I wrote My DeLorean? Because someone pissed me off so fucking bad. Mm-hmm. It was somebody who said I turned my back on them at my wedding.
Yeah.
And I was rude to them, which I would never do. Mm-hmm. And that is why I wrote and produced and recorded My DeLorean. So maybe they'll get a special song in their honor that will get 1 million streams and be a hit. And they'll finally get to be a part of something that's a hit.
Isn't that, that was a nice burn at the end.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, that was that story. Now, I think this is a good warm up.
Yeah.
And I think we're about ready to start.
I can't believe I said all that.
I know. Should we start?
I mean, when you think about it, because someone is going to hear it in the scene and they're going to know.
She stalks us?
She's not going to listen to it.
Do you think she knows who I am? And what do you think she thinks of me?
She probably knows who you are.
Because what's insulting is I go to, your shows and I root and I dance and I wiggle. And
you wiggle.
And then after the show, I'm like, yeah, I know Primo.
Yeah.
I say I know Primo the alien.
Yeah.
And then, I'll meet someone with you and you're like, oh yeah, this is my podcast co-host. And they go, you host a podcast?
I tell everyone so much more than you do though.
It's so hurtful though.
Well,
because I think when someone says, oh, this is my podcast co-host, you go, oh, great. Mm-hmm. You don't say, oh, you have a podcast?
Yeah. Well, they're the rude ones.
Great.
Well, then they're the rude ones.
That's what I'm saying.
They see my social media.
That's betrayal.
Oh my God, isn't it?
I brought it back to the theme.
You did.
You only told me that there was a theme right before.
Well, because
that's a little bit
just
of betrayal.
Happened to me today.
But you could have texted me today. You could have said, hey, why don't you think of betrayal related content?
I'm sorry. I bet you can think of a million things.
Well, you just betrayed me on that.
We've all been betrayed so many fucking times.
Well, I don't know if this ties in, but maybe you can help me tie it to betrayal.
Okay.
Because I had a question for you that I wanted to ask.
Okay.
And it's about the female body.
Okay.
And I mean, I have to share some personal things.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to betray my trust.
By publishing this episode?
No, by mocking me.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because this is personal and it's about my body.
Okay.
So when I was passing my kidney stone,
okay,
I had to pee into a funnel.
Yes.
And it had a screen on it.
Exactly.
I wonder if I've talked about this.
Yes, it had a screen and it would catch the mineral deposits that were exiting your urethra.
So did I ask you about, so then I started sitting down to pee because for a while I was standing up to pee.
Okay.
And then it's like you might be spraying your leg a little bit because you're peeing in a funnel that has a screen on the end.
Sure.
Trying to catch your stone.
Yes.
So I started sitting down.
Trying to catch your stone. That sounds like a movie title or something.
I think that's a song.
Catching Your Stone.
Catching Your Stone on a Hallmark channel.
Yeah.
So I sit down.
Right.
Now, is this familiar? That I sit down now
You've
to
told
pee
me,
in a funnel?
You've told me this part.
That I sit down?
Yes, that you were sitting down. I believe you told me this, but it may have been off mic.
Okay, because then my question is about the female body is you sit down to pee, I guess, do you?
Well, you shouldn't make assumptions.
Well, so I'm asked, I said,
no, I do, yeah.
And like when I found myself sitting, I found myself also, and again.
Aroused.
No.
Okay. Well,
you're not allowed to judge me. So I'm just reminding you, don't judge me.
Okay.
And also this goes for the listeners.
Okay.
I sit down and then I find myself pooping more because I'm sitting down.
Interesting.
And so my question to you, thank you for saying interesting.
Yeah.
My question is, do you think you do a lot of little poops throughout the day because you sit down? Because I will say...
Well, don't say it. Okay, your phrasing is wrong.
Well, hold on. Just let me... Because when I stand up to pee, I go in and I'm completely erect. And erect meaning my
you
back...
You pee in your face.
My back is straight. I'm standing straight up.
Okay.
My penis is not erect.
But has it been?
When I... That's not the discussion. Okay. I'm just saying when I go in and I'm completely straight.
Yeah.
But as soon as I sit down, I'm like, oh, I guess I could kind of do a
gay.
little poop.
Okay.
Okay. You're not really listening.
I am.
So it's if I'm completely straight, I can pee without even thinking of poo. But then all of a sudden now I'm sitting all the time to pee. I'm pooping little nuggets all the time.
Okay.
So I'm just curious, do you poop little nuggets a lot of the time?
No. That's not been my experience.
Well, let's move on. And that can be edited
I will
out.
say that I never thought of it from your perspective. And this is something that we should do more. You know, I've never thought about the male experience of standing to pee and how maybe you're not getting as relaxed. Maybe you're not, the cheeks aren't spreading.
Right. And then I found myself, like being like, I guess I could go a little bit of poo.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
And again, I'm sorry to bring this up, but it is a thought that occurred to me that I think, like you said, I don't think we think about other people's shoes.
Right. Yeah. We need to think more about other people's shoes.
We got to.
I mean, what are they wearing? What are they doing?
We got to put ourselves in them.
Oh my God. That's wise.
So I guess I did the opposite of betrayal. Is I was inspirational.
Okay.
And true to,
I would say
true to myself.
thought-provoking. Yeah.
So the opposite of betrayal is true to yourself.
Okay. That's the opposite. I think the opposite is loyalty.
To yourself.
Okay.
Because betrayal involves other people.
I feel bad about how much shit I talked.
I liked it.
But I like it because you know what? It's true. Here's the deal. I'm going to double down on it now. If you're going to have him on your fucking, website or whatever and interview him, send me the goddamn article or let me give a fucking quote.
Yeah.
So, okay. Betrayal. I want to talk about a couple other things.
Are they related to the theme?
Kind of. This one is. So I was at this bar in Austin today called Thirsty Nickel. I met John there. I was with Gowdy earlier, Johnny Gowdy, friend of the pod. Mm-hmm. He interviewed me for his podcast. How did I get here?
How did I get here?
It's how did I get here, right?
Because that's the line in the song.
How did I get here? Is that how he says it?
This is not my beautiful house.
Yeah. And it was a great interview, really fun. It was great to see him. And I met John afterwards at this place in town called Thirsty Nickel.
Her husband.
I love. You guys should go to Thirsty Nickel. It's like a really just fun neighborhood bar. Really good wings, and we had tater tots too. Anyway, I go to the bathroom. The second I get there, I go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Speaking of bathroom, okay.
Oh, here we go. Now,
I walk in. I did a bunch of little rabbit turds.
Perfect.
No, I go in, and it smelled like pee. In there because it's a unisex bathroom, and y'all pee all over the place. Betrayal number one. I mean, it's just pee splashback, so much urine.
I don't know if you should lump you all into the same.
Every time I've gone in a men's bathroom or a unisex bathroom, it smelled like fucking rancid urine, like to the high heaven. It never smells like that in the women's, ever.
Well, here's the problem. I bet a lot of people, they go in, they have a funnel that they have to pee into.
You think that's what's
happening?
happening?
And then it sprays out.
Okay.
Like a fire hose.
Okay. Well, there was a guy that did go in front of me that had like a giant, it was probably like 3 feet of a funnel.
Well, that seems weird.
Anyway, so I go in, I pee, I'm like, ugh, fucking unisex bathroom with the urine, whatever. And then I come out. Now it's the end. We've been there for about an hour and a half or so. And I'm like, I'm gonna, go before I hit the road.
Oh, okay.
So I go back in the same bathroom stall.
Okay.
It smelled like funky ass in there. It smelled like between two persons, like between the ass cheeks of a person who's been sitting outside on a hot summer day and didn't shower that day and then just spread their ass apart.
Okay.
I
heard.
It's not like I saw someone walk out and then I walked in. It's like
it's
your
just there.
Funk of your fucking ass crack is so fucking strong that it lingered and hung in the air. Yeah. And it makes you wonder, did I walk through your like stank ass particles to get to the toilet? I mean,
yeah. Yeah, you did.
And it was so strong, it overpowered the smell of rancid urine. Someone's ass.
Okay. We get it. Now, is this the story that someone took
literally
a stinky?
Story, but betrayal. No, they didn't take a stinky anything. They didn't take a shit.
They made a stinky.
They didn't take a shit. It wasn't the smell of shit. It was the smell of a dirty ass crack, of a funky ass crack.
I guess in my opinion.
Of sweaty balls mixed with dirty crack. I know it was from a man.
Well, okay. And again, I don't think you should say that. But the point is, who cares? My philosophy is that if you're going to even fart, you should go to the bathroom, you let it out, and then you come back because let's keep the stink in one room.
I get it, but
and if it stinks in that room, so be it.
It makes you just wonder though, like what is going on back there? What's going on back there with you? Okay. So from me getting up and going towards the bathroom, we're talking maybe 30 seconds of time, right? Mm-hmm. No one came out. So let's just say about 60 seconds that at least that a person had their pants up and zipped up and left out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that smell was still in there.
Well, listen, we've all eaten, too much yogurt. No, we've all eaten too much yogurt on occasion or something that doesn't agree with us.
It wasn't from feces.
It was.
No, it was
I'm telling
the
you.
smell of a sweaty, dirty
I guess I can't. I don't know what that is. I think that's feces.
Oh my God. When you get home, take your underwear off and take a sniff, brother. Okay? And you're going to know and you're going to learn real fast.
I guess
it's an unmistakable smell. And I used to smell like, for example, sweaty balls. Unmistakable.
Okay.
You can sit here all day and act like you don't know what I'm talking about, but they have an unmistakable odor. And working at Gold's Gym, let me tell you.
Gold's Gym smells like.
I'm just telling you, I could sniff them out from a mile away. And it's the same thing with a funky ass crack. And y'all listeners know, write in heavyfriending@gmail.com if you know about that stank crack. And listen, there's some people who like that. It's a fetish for some people.
Yeah, okay.
And that's fine. But that person would love to have walked into that bathroom today because I was overwhelmed. I was hit in the face with the pungent odor of stinky butt crack.
And that's
betrayal.
The thirsty nickel. So if you're into that, you might want to head down.
I really do like thirsty nickel. Their wings are great. They cause really stinky butt crack though.
Well, maybe. Of course they would. All right, I have a betrayal.
Okay.
And it's not a real betrayal, but I actually felt secondhand betrayal for you. Okay?
Okay. Who did what to me? Somebody shit talking me?
Actually, now I'm scared that you're going to take this badly.
Well, let me ask this. If someone was shit talking me to you, mm-hmm. and I think I've asked you this in the past, but it was a very long time ago when we were first friends.
Too early.
What would you do?
All right. Well, it always depends who it is. If it's the president of the United States, I probably go, yeah, totally. She sucks.
Oh, so if Donald Trump said I suck?
He's not the president.
But if he did?
He'll be the president in August. Not right now. No, if he shit talk, I'd probably be like, yeah, man.
Okay.
I don't know if I would defend you. Or, you know what I might do? Actually, I could probably do this with anybody. I'd be like...
You wouldn't defend me?
No,
for
I think
real?
I would. I think I'd be like, you don't know her, man.
That's what you would say?
I think I'd say, come on.
That's all I'm going to get from you?
It's the president.
Okay.
Why is he shit talking you?
Okay, let's say it's not the president.
Okay. Is it someone that I want to like me?
Let's say it's a coworker.
Oh, a coworker. Mm-hmm. So you're imagining that coworkers haven't already talked shit about you.
Well, I talked shit about one of your coworkers.
Oh, God.
But it was funny what I said, and it was true, and I gave examples.
So let's see. If a coworker... I don't know. It depends if I think it's worth it, like to get into it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because if it's a person that maybe that person, maybe I wouldn't even. I'd just be like, whatever, sometimes. Man. Yeah. So, but if it was someone, I'd be like, she's good. She's whatever. It depends how they're criticizing you. If they say your music's bad, I'd say, dude, no.
Yeah.
And if they say her, she's mean to you, I'd say, well, yeah, she is kind of mean to me.
But I like it.
I keep coming back, So they would eventually come closer towards the center, the not full hate. But anyway, this happened in the dream world.
Okay.
In my mind, but maybe it means something, maybe it doesn't. Okay.
Well, I think every dream means something. Just not always what you expect.
Well, you tell me what this means, and you tell me if this is betrayal.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact details, but here's the deal. I'm in a car. It's pulled over.
Okay.
And I think you're kind of like in the back seat. Okay. And your head's kind of like leaning forward. No.
Okay.
No. No, you're kind of in the backseat, kind of like leaning a little diagonal towards me because I'm on the phone And I can't remember if I'm the one who's saying numbers or if numbers are being told to me and I'm like writing them down.
Oh my God.
But the point is there's like a sequence of numbers being spoken.
696969.
It's kind of like what you're doing right now. So they were like, it was either them or me. It was like 32, 18, 94, 62.
Yeah.
And then you start going 696, and you're doing like literally, I think you said like 69 and you were like being
annoying,
like how those people are like, they do that all the time with numbers where they're
when
like,
you're
counting
17,
1, 13, 14, 15,
75,
like,
32.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You were doing that.
What a bitch.
Oh my God. I'm getting scared now because what happens next frightened me. Okay. So, and I'm on the phone and I know it's important, but I don't know exactly what these numbers mean.
Yeah. Okay.
So
You what?
I take my hand.
Oh God.
And I like, again, your head's kind of angled. So I was able to hit the top of your head. So I like slapped your head, I think 2 times.
And how hard did you slap my head?
That's okay. So I did 2 times. And it was kind of like this. It was kind of like,
okay, let me see.
I was angry. So it was like, but then the third one, it was a fist. And I
punched me
on the top of the head. Like I like hit you whack-a-mole style because you were interrupting my number sequence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it was weird because in the split second between the second hit and the third hit, you had stopped.
So then you couldn't stop.
I recognized that you had stopped, but I was angry.
Yeah.
So I did one more,
Yeah.
but I didn't need to.
No.
And as soon as I struck you the third time, I was scared because I said, why would you strike this woman?
Of course.
In the head when she had already stopped?
Right.
With the numbers thing.
Of course.
And yes, it was annoying.
Of course.
And you deserved some form of violence.
Is that where it ended?
I don't think there was a resolution.
Okay. Well, first of all, don't be scared. That was a dream because clearly if you ever even once put your hand into the air like it was going to hit me, your ass would have been knocked out KO instantly. Okay. So that will never happen. Ever. Okay. But I think there is a meaning here.
Okay.
When did you dream this? That's what we got to know.
I think I messaged you the next day.
Okay.
Didn't I say something like I have something to say
you had a
on the
dream
podcast?
about me.
Yeah.
And then you sent a fucking eggplant
so that
and the water emoji.
That would have been
a peach. What does a peach mean?
It means
why did you send
cheeks.
that?
It means butt cheeks. So yeah, I mean, I think that was that after your show?
Okay, so that's what we need to find out because that's going to determine.
You're looking it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I don't know if it says that. No, it was before my show, I think. Yeah. I think it was before. No, maybe not. I can't tell.
Wait, why?
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it where you said it. I can't find it. It's almost like, did I dream that you told me? I remember you texted
it was yesterday. I sent the text yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Oh, well, it was, yesterday.
Okay, so it was yesterday.
So then I probably had the dream, Saturday night.
Saturday night? Excellent.
This makes me want to hit
me. Yeah.
Makes me
okay, so this is what it is.
Strike you.
Is that there's probably, so we're hosting this film screening tomorrow.
That's not what it is.
There's probably a part of you that's worried I'm going to embarrass you, that I'm going to say something I shouldn't say, and that you just want me to shut the fuck up and not ruin it.
Maybe that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I have that worry, but I don't think I would be, but maybe it's
why do you worry that,
an exaggerated.
About me? Because I think I say just the right amount of what I should say. I think I take it to the edge, but I don't think I take it over the edge.
I mean, you just criticized for a long part of the show.
What?
Some journalist.
She's not a journalist.
Hardworking
and she's not
journalist.
a musician. She's not a...
No, I don't know. I think I do get nervous about you because I think it's funny, but I want to be asked back to do these things.
Why
and
do you
I know
want to ask back?
asked.
Listen,
I want to go to the next screening.
You want to be asked back as you and me. You don't want to be asked back. really enunciating as some different person, dude. You're betraying yourself when you're not yourself. Okay, and I think that's.
But I think I'm myself all the time. I think it's you who I want to not be herself.
That's a problem.
I want you to betray yourself.
Maybe they want Joe Barlow to host and they'll ask Joe Barlow to do it again. But when they ask heavy friending, when they ask Laura Lee Bishop and Joe Barlow, they're going to get heavy motherfucking friending. And also, I'm pretty sure this show is irreverent as fuck. And same thing with like Zombieland and all that shit. These people are like literally blowing people's heads off, making like sexual jokes and being crude and gross all the time. And I don't think it's off brand for me to do the same. Okay.
Okay. It's just, you got really defensive when I said I hit you in the head 3 times.
It's quite a betrayal. Yeah. That you would hit me in the head.
No. And I agree because I felt bad after I did it.
You've been in my dreams before. And I'm not going to tell you what happens in my dreams. Okay.
It was a different type of betrayal.
I don't want to throw up.
Oh, come on.
No, a lot of times in my dreams, like you're like trying to be romantic with me or something.
What?
And I'll be like, oh no. And I don't know how to like get out of it or something. And I'm like the kind of person where I'm like trying not to hurt your feelings. So I'm like letting like too much go on. And then I'm like not wanting it to happen though.
I
guess you're sexually assaulting me in my dreams.
I find this very insulting to me.
Why?
Because listen, when I dreamed about you interrupting me with numbers, you immediately knew what it was and you did it. Uh-huh. I don't do that. That's not who I am.
Yeah, but you want to, and I'm picking up on that clearly.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, but what happens is like always like something, or like we're on a date, like me and you are on a date, like a romantic date, and I'm like, why?
These dreams?
No, I know, but I'm always like, no.
I like how your dream puts it on me too.
Well, like a lot of times it is like you're like doing something like trying to hold my hand or something. And I'm like, stop, no. John is there or whatever, you know? Or I'll dream like we're on a date, but like while we're on the date, I'm like, why am I here? Like this is like like when you murder someone in your dream and then you're like, oh my God, what? I just killed somebody. It's like, yeah. Oh my God, what? And I get like really upset.
Now, when you have these dreams,
yeah,
do you then feel weird seeing me the next time?
No.
You keep it in the dream world.
Yeah, it stays in dream. Well, because it's clearly, I think because like when we work together and stuff, you think, gosh, we have such a good time together. And then I think we would be the worst. We would meet a horrible relationship though. It's crazy how you can be such good friends with someone and then know that you would be the worst couple in the world. So maybe those things flash in my mind and then I'm dreaming about it and then, whatever.
I think I really do think that's true actually. Like, yeah. I really think we are good friends.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would want to date someone like you.
No, I don't think I would want to. I think we would be a horrible match because we're similar in a lot of ways, but we're also very different. The similar ways obviously is in the bedroom. The different ways is obviously in our comedy.
Yeah.
So
some people like funny stuff and some people like whatever it is you like. Sure. And that's sort of the difference between the two.
Sure, exactly.
I'm America's sweetheart. You're America's sweet tart. I said sweet tart.
Sweet tart.
Because you're sour.
Bitter.
Anyway. Well, I'm glad we agree on that.
So you've never had a dream that we've been on a date or anything like that? I find that impossible to believe.
No, I honestly.
But I've had dreams like that about Andrew. I mean, I've had dreams like that about like MC. Well, now it's
less of a compliment.
And
you're
like
just dreaming about dating everyone.
Kind of. I mean, like pretty much all my friends, I feel like I've dreamt that we've been in a relationship. Like I definitely have dreamt that I've had a relationship with MC before.
Mm-hmm. And that's a
friend. Yeah.
A woman friend. Of
yours,
yeah.
But like, you know, I don't know. And every time I'm really upset by it though. Like I'm never like, I never wake up and I'm like, oh man, I wonder what
now
it
I'm
is.
kind of wanting to see that.
I'm like, you know, oh God, no, you know.
Right.
So,
that's all I have.
Are you really serious? You've never dreamt that about me ever?
I mean, not that I recall.
Okay. That's how we're going to do it. There's a betrayal right there.
I haven't because I don't really remember a lot of my dreams anyways. So I was excited I remember.
Okay, well, there was a time you woke up and your pants were all wet. Okay. May have been then.
I don't know why.
I came to your mind instantly. Okay. There's a couple things I want to talk about that are good things.
All right, let's be quick about it.
But these are exclusives. These are like things that have not been announced yet.
Okay, well,
that's why I asked when this episode is going to come. Why?
Just because I feel like we're done. We just talked about dreams.
Okay, then I won't say it. I won't say the thing.
No, I'm saying
I'll never talk again. I guess I'm not allowed to talk. You're going to hit me over the head with a hammer next time if I say something you don't like.
Let's hear it.
/ try to fucking sexually assault me.
Okay, that's your dream.
I don't want to hold your hand,
that's
brother.
Your dream.
No,
Let's
man.
hear it. You got the notebook all there.
But I don't know when this is coming out. So now I'm getting worried I can't say it.
I think a lot of people want to know when you're going to release the music video that I directed and shot.
I think I'm going to have to put that on OnlyFans.
Are you fucking... I'm putting it on my own stuff then.
I'm trying. We'll talk about that off mic. We'll talk about that off mic.
Wow, cool. Suddenly, you don't want to be on mic. Great. When it's my thing that I like.
No, I like the video, but we have to finish part of it first of all.
I know.
And
so what?
And we need to find a time that it works. It's just so old now.
I know. That's why I'm like, let's just put it out.
But I almost want to film the first part again.
Here's the thing. I could
that it makes more sense. Like now, like
how about this? Oh, you think the bangs are going to be confusing to people?
No, not the bangs.
It's all
just
about
the overall
bangs.
thing.
Here's the
I just
thing.
think we need to do.
We're not redoing it. What we're doing.
Okay. Whoa.
What I can do, I can make it work. I can fix it, and I'll release it tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I don't know. Yeah. I'll release it tomorrow.
You're going to stay up.
Maybe this is why I hit you in the head. I wanted you to release the music video that I worked so hard on.
You could say those. Okay, but here's the deal. It took a really long time. And by the time that it was finished.
Sorry. No. It takes a long time to shoot something entirely by myself.
You're saying that as though I've never done that before.
When I planned that music video, I didn't think I would be manipulating the puppets by myself.
I get it.
And operating camera.
And operating camera.
And there was a worldwide pandemic, so it was stressful.
God,
too.
It's like I wanted to say happy things, and now somehow you've managed to make it negative. Betrayal.
It's not negative. People want to see it.
Should I use that TikTok sound this whole episode?
No. Okay. What do you got?
Well, that's why I keep asking you, when is this coming out?
You're the one editing it.
No,
so
I'm not. I don't have time. You have to do it this time.
No.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. But listen, then I can't do the next one for sure because I'm going out of town.
Okay.
Should we put this out next week?
Oh my God.
Wait, did an episode come out this week?
No. It's Monday.
Oh, I can't say that news then. Then I can't say it.
Oh my God.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed.
So oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
So we should have ended when I said we should end it.
Well, guess what? Things don't it's not your show. It's our show. And I can talk when I want. And I can say things off the cuff that may embarrass you. That's part of what this is. And it doesn't warrant physical violence or intimidation.
You pulled out a notebook. You wrote down things you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Yet you couldn't think.
Well, here's something I want to say.
Is this actually going to be
My
relevant?
vinyl is for sale right now.
Oh, boy.
You can buy the vinyl on my Bandcamp with 4 vinyl exclusive songs. I am almost halfway. I am halfway sold out. So keep on buying them, motherfuckers.
But that's as of June 7th.
Yeah, your purchases have funded the whole thing.
Might be sold out.
Like I'm now in the green. I'm out of the red. So in the black.
All right.
I'm in the black.
And I'm considering starting an OnlyFans, but I'll talk about that on the bonus episode.
What kind of OnlyFans?
Again, I just told you I'm thinking about it. We'll talk about it.
I don't like your tone anymore because now it does feel like a person with a hammer. Don't look at your hand and then look like you're reaching for something.
Well, you made me sit in the closet. I don't think that was on this episode. That was in the episode that we did restart.
Is it?
I don't know. Should we
Let's restart.